Chinese President Xi Jinping is in Cambodia for the final leg of his three-nation Southeast Asia tour. His visits have seen him double down on calls to oppose hegemony and power politics amid an escalating trade war with the U.S. Ahead of his arrival, Mr. Xi praised the resilience of China-Cambodia relations amid global shifts, expressing Beijing's desire to deepen political trust and strategic cooperation to bolster regional and global stability. Beijing has been actively reinforcing its ties with ASEAN as it faces a 145% additional tariff rate on U.S. imports, while Phnom Penh stares down the barrel of a 49% import duty, one of the highest rates globally before most duties were paused until July. Now, for more, we're joined by CNA's Olivia Siong reporting live from Phnom Penh. Olivia, it's been a day of meetings between Mr. Xi and Cambodian authorities. What can you tell us about the discussions?
Shah, the latest that we are hearing from Chinese state media is that President Xi attended a ceremony witnessing the exchange of cooperation agreements between China and Cambodia. We do not know just yet, however, how many agreements were signed or which areas that they may cover or the details of these agreements. That's something we will have to look out for as to whether or not there is anything substantive out of this day of meetings, because throughout the day we have seen what the focus has been more on were those deep historic and personal ties that President Xi has with the Cambodian leaders. When he arrived, President Xi was received by the Cambodian king at the airport, that being a rare move. It's rare that the king personally is on the tarmac receiving a foreign dignitary to the country, and speaks of the importance that this state visit is being accorded by Cambodia as well. We also saw President Xi meet the former Prime Minister Hun Sen, who is the President of the Senate at the moment. He also met the current Prime Minister Hun Manet for talks. We'll be looking out for lines as to what exactly was discussed. But during President Xi's sit-down with the king, Chinese state media said that the Chinese leader emphasized that regardless of changes in the international landscape, he didn't detail what exactly. He said that China and Cambodia have stood by each other and offered firm support on issues relating to each other's core interests, adding that this has set an example of equal treatment and mutual benefit between countries, big and small. The king also presented President Xi the grand necklace of national independence of the Kingdom of Cambodia, calling President Xi a great friend of the country, saying he has made outstanding contributions to the development of China-Cambodia relations. And we do know that part of that relations is the economic ties between the two countries. China is Cambodia's largest trading partner. It is also Cambodia's largest foreign investor. And just now I spoke to locals here and asked them what they thought about this increased presence here in their country.
សប្បាយតែកូនខ្មែរជំនាន់ក្រោយបានឃើញពីខ្ពស់ពួរនៃសម័យយើងអភិវឌ្ឍចឹងណាការអត់មានបរទេសមកវិយោគទូរស័ព្ទខ្មែរអត់សូវមានលក់អត់សូវដាច់ទេក៏មានបរទេសមកច្រើនទៅលក់អីវ៉ាន់ដាច់គួរសមចិនច្រើនចិនបរទេសកម្ពុជាយើងហ្នឹង វាសប្បាយដែរទីផ្សារស្រុកខ្មែរអាចដើរទៅលលូនហើយប្រជាជនស្រុកខ្មែរអាចមានការងារធ្វើច្រើនវាអាចចាក់ផុតពីអាការដែលតែចំណាក់ស្រុកណាបងបាទ
And amid that escalating trade war between China and the U.S., those economic ties becoming increasingly important. And it's a consistent message that President Xi has had for the three Southeast Asian countries that he's visited, Vietnam, Malaysia, and now Cambodia, that China, according to analysts, as we have seen, they have said that it's very clear China wanting to present itself as a reliable and constructive partner versus the U.S. Shah.
But for Cambodia, Olivia, with a looming 49% U.S. tariff hanging over its export market, how will the Southeast Asian nation balance its relations with Washington and Beijing?
Shah, let's talk about the U.S. aspect of it first. 49% tariffs on Cambodian goods into the U.S. That's hefty, given that Cambodia is extremely export reliant. Also, it's a major producer of garments and footwear. And buyers, place orders for these goods to be shipped to the U.S. I spoke to the American Chamber of Commerce in Cambodia, and they are saying that despite this 90-day pause on these tariffs and Cambodia negotiating with the U.S., they are already feeling the impact of the uncertainty that this has brought to Cambodia and the factories here. They are saying that already some buyers have stopped orders while others are looking to other places where tariffs are lower. Have a listen.
If the U.S. Trade Representative sees Cambodia as a potential transshipment, a leakage of Chinese goods, then it's going to be bad for Cambodia, and Cambodia won't be able to resolve the tariff conflict with the U.S. And the U.S. may be forced to impose tariffs on Cambodia simply because they don't want to risk allowing Chinese goods to flow through Cambodia. So right now, the Cambodian government is working to draft procedures and plans to control and to prevent future transshipment.
Now, we also know from earlier reports that Cambodia is looking for greater cooperation with China, particularly when it comes to infrastructure development. In those remarks by President Xi when he sat down with the Cambodian king, he expressed confidence that China's development will bring more opportunities to Cambodia and neighboring countries, and that building a new era, all-weather China-Cambodia community will create a magnificent new chapter. But stopping short of mentioning any new projects that China could be collaborating with Cambodia on, we know that Cambodia would likely be wanting to see a more significant commitment from China, especially with regard to, an ambitious $1.7 billion infrastructure project, the Funan Techno Canal project, which aims to reduce Cambodia's reliance on Vietnam for its shipping industry. But records also do show that, China did not actually provide any loans to Cambodia last year amid the economic challenges that it's facing within its own country and amid concerns over unsuccessful projects. And so it remains to be seen, really, whether anything substantive will come out of this whole flurry of diplomatic activity today. Shah.
All right, we'll definitely keep a lookout for that. Ali, thank you so much for that report. CNE's Olivia Siong, they're reporting live from Phnom Penh.